we're packing up the car. We're taking off. Lake St. Catherine State Park in Vermont. We're going to be heading west towards upstate New York, and in a few days we'll be in Pittsburgh. It's been a beautiful drive. We didn't take the highway nearly as long as I thought we would, but we're going to get back on here in a minute. Rapidly heading for state parks in western Vermont, eastern New York, looking for a place to sleep tonight, and trying out some awesome new travel ideas that we have, such as camping in the car and driving something that gets 35 miles a gallon. Not quite that good, but
What I would do for you. What I would do for you.
we are at Lake St. Catherine State Park in the Green Mountain State, the great state of Vermont. What we are doing is traveling from Portland, Maine to Pittsburgh. We're going to go see our favorite team play over in Pittsburgh, and we're going to stay at state parks along the way. We chose state parks because we've been to several state parks across this great country. We are at Lake Scott State Park in Kansas. We're here in Turtle River State Park in North Dakota. Today we are in Guernsey, Wyoming at Guernsey State Park. Gowdy State Park. We're back at Peaks Kenny State Park.
Rob and I decided to head over here to Copscot Bay State Park.
And in fact, what I'll do is at the end of this video, we have a whole playlist of all the state parks we've been to. We'll be adding this one to it as well, but I'll put that playlist here in case you're interested to see where we've been for state parks.
What I would do for you.
Here's our accommodations for the evening. And we just got to blow up an air mattress. So far it's taken us about 20 minutes. We got the kitchen set up, the tent set up.
What I would do for you.
1.5 hours. So we are in Lake St. Catherine State Park in the great state of Vermont. Here's our campsite. And the sites are kind of on top of each other, but they're nice big roomy sites. I mean, look where I'm parked in our campsite, way away from the tent table and the fire pit. So pretty cool. We're gonna pack up and keep traveling today. I think I'm gonna go for a dip in the lake this morning. They do have showers here. I'm gonna go jump in the lake. We have left Lake St. Catherine State Park. We're headed towards New York. Final thoughts on Lake St. Catherine State Park, Lise?
It was a nice ride getting there.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
a beautiful
drive,
country, and yeah, a little close to the highway. We heard traffic, but
All night, yeah.
yeah. What about you, Rob?
I agree, yeah. The sites were nice and big, but not super private. And it was, you did hear traffic all night, which kind of surprised me. I mean, we have no signal at all in there. So usually when it's like no signal, there's no people. But yeah, we were just kind of close to the road, but really no complaints. I had a beautiful swim this morning. They had hot showers, and so yeah, it was great. We're at a national military park, Saratoga, New York. Battle of Saratoga. Lisa's an awful good sport. We're on our way to Pittsburgh. This was on the way. It's free. Part of our budget travels on this trip. So we're gonna go check this out. Not sure how much of a history lesson I'll give you walking through here, but if something is really amazing, I'll be sure to show it to you. Just showing you some of the cool, fun, free things you can do if you just hop in the car and get out. I know gas is expensive, but there's still a lot to see and do out here. That doesn't cost a lot. We have a new driver. Rob's gonna do some navigating. And Lisa's gonna do some behind the wheel time. She's awful cute when she's driving, isn't she?
Battlefield. You know, it's like, what? He says, you're going to think I planned this, and but I didn't, but this is what was like on the path to where we were going to begin with. So
tell me how many soldier ghosts you guys see tonight.
Oh geez, Robert.
It may be haunted.
Oh, so do you think I should believe that he didn't have the stage, like, to come and stay here to begin with? Because he was looking...
Well, I don't know. He's pretty devious.
Oh, my goodness.
I want to tell you guys an interesting story. So today, I found a place called Newtown Bluffs State Park in New York. I thought, oh, that sounds pretty interesting. It was in the Elmira area. So I called, finally got through to somebody, and I said, I was wondering if you have any openings for Newtown Bluffs State Park. He said, you mean Newtown Battlefield? Apparently I misunderstood the abbreviation for battlefield. We are camping here at Newtown Battlefield State Park in the Empire State of New York. And we have our site set. And look, nobody is here with us.
Nope, not a soul.
We're pretty far into the woods too. I was surprised. So yeah, we'll take a walk around. So, and yeah, this is really cool. We stumbled on this. I dragged Lisa around Saratoga all morning long, and then I had to convince her that I didn't plan this. I did not know that we were going to be spending the evening camping at a state park battlefield in New York.
This is our campsite. Look at this place. Well, this place here is ours, and somebody did come in here. This is where we're staying tonight. And if we look way back here, there's the sunset, and here's a kids' play area with one of those teeter-totters that's wood.
Lisa and I are heating up some dinner, and I don't even know what this cost. This was at the house. We just brought it with us. But yeah, we're gonna have some beans warmed up on the fire. But this has been a great day, great trip. Haven't spent a ton of money. We've seen some amazing things. We're in a really cool, amazing, quiet, clean state park just outside of Elmira. Thank you to Lise. We're eating in courses tonight while we're waiting for our red kidney beans. in a can. We're eating some tuna fish wraps. We forgot the mayonnaise or the mustard, but still delicious. And again, this is stuff that we already had at the house. We didn't even go shopping for this trip. And this site right here, it is $27 for the night. Monument marking the Battle of Newtown, Revolutionary War battle. We're at the battlefield for the Battle of Newtown in New York, just outside of Elmira. Here is a monument commemorating the battle. It's an interesting battlefield. We've been to a few. This one here doesn't really depict actual events of the battle. This map that you can see right in here, this is the best map on the site here, and this was drawn in 1879, 100 years after the battle. So knowing exactly where everything happened is not an exact science here today. But it was remembered by most of the locals that the battle did take place at the top of this mountain. The natives who were here that were part of the Six Nation Iroquois Confederacy, which was that's the major thing that happened that day, was they lost, and that was like the last gasp of the Six Nation Confederacy. The Continental Army defeated them along with a few hundred loyalists from this area, as well as a few British regulars. So there was people died here, but not in the numbers that you'd think. Like when you think about like Civil War battlefields, or even we went to Saratoga yesterday, and a lot more people died there. But the major thing here was the end of the Iroquois Six Nation Confederacy. We are leaving Newtown State Park in the great state of New York. This is our second night on the road. This is working out really cool, staying in state parks. This is our second one. Yesterday morning we woke up at Lake St. Catherine State Park in Vermont. I went for a swim in a beautiful lake. This morning I'm learning about a Revolutionary War battle, and I love my history. I had never really heard of this battle and learned all about this battle by coming to this site, and came here by accident. We weren't looking for this. It's really dark right now. We're in the woods and it's raining, but it's actually, believe it or not, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. It's just really dark. But this has been a lot of fun. And we're headed towards Pittsburgh. When we were camping a couple weeks ago, we threw our coffee pot away because it kept getting coffee grounds. So we haven't replaced the coffee pot, so we got to buy coffee in the morning. I think I'm a little lost. GPS took us down a dirt road. But while we were going down this dirt road, we're in north central Pennsylvania, and there's this really cool covered bridge here. There's Lise checking it out. This is really cool. What an awesome day. Great day. We've been driving all day. The first place that we went to sleep did not work out. It was like sleeping in a parking lot with grass. So we found this other awesome place called Keystone State Park.
Next right onto Slag Road.
Keystone State Park. We're about 40 miles outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We are on our way to see a professional baseball game between the Pittsburgh baseball team and the Boston baseball team. So yeah, that's going to be our claim to fame for this particular state park. We're just going to go to the game tonight and start heading closer to home. There's a whole bunch more that we want to do between here and Portland, Maine. But tonight we pitched a tent, and it's 5 minutes of 5. We're an hour outside of Pittsburgh. Welcome to Pittsburgh, darling. rained last night. We got back from Pittsburgh. We're at Keystone State Park in Pennsylvania, by the way. But last night we got back from Pittsburgh. It was raining. We went right to bed. It was late anyways. And for the first time, we slept in the rain. And also for the first time, our tent leaked. But for good reason. We got a good deal on this thing because there was a slit in the floor. We thought we had it fixed. Now we know we didn't. It didn't get real wet in there. None of our stuff got wet. We were sleeping on an air mattress. But, oh, this window's closed. But we did get a little bit of moisture in this. We're going to fix that today on our way headed back east. So we're on our way to a state park in Maryland, and we're driving down the road and saw that we were going right by the memorial for the Flight 93 9/11 plane crash that crashed here in the countryside of Pennsylvania. That boulder down there in the distance actually marks the actual crash site. But that field all around it is considered a debris field, and no one's allowed out there. 40 heroic Americans died that day in that field. I am really kind of blown away at how big this memorial is. We're miles in, like 2 miles in from the main road that we were on. And we just stumbled on this very cool spot, historic spot. So there we go. Our accommodations for the evening. We found an awesome spot. We are in Cunningham Falls State Park in Maryland. There's a few people around us, but this is really, really nice and quiet. Just got set up, but there's an inadvertent quick trip around the campsite. But there's that tent right there. Getting really good at setting this thing up. But these state parks are amazing. I don't know if you can see behind me, but we are, and it was a steep climb coming up in the car up this hill. I think we're at the top of a mountain road, right across the street from Cunningham Mountain Park, operated by the National Park System. That's right across the street. We stopped there, but they didn't have swimming. These folks here do. Beautiful, secluded. This thing's been great for us. Beautiful spot. That's where we're at for now.
Tonight, a rainy evening at Cunningham Falls State Park in Maryland. Lise over here can barely see her, but she whipped us up some beans and dogs for dinner. It was delicious. You honestly
Hi,
can't see.
everybody.
So we were camping a couple of weeks ago, Peaks County State Park in the great state of Maine, and we finally had enough of that coffee percolator that we had for camping, and we threw it out. Best thing we ever did. We were at a grocery store, I don't even know, on our way to Western Pennsylvania, and this gadget was in the grocery store, and Lise loves this thing. So this is how we make the coffee, one pot at a time, but it comes out great, just as good as home. And then Lise gets to use the teapot that we just bought yesterday, or 2 days ago, at a Walmart. So she gets her tea and coffee in the morning. So yeah, this is funny, the little gadgets you pick up along the way. But this one's been very nice. Saves us about $5 a day, because we were, without that coffee pot that we threw away, we were looking for Dunkin' Donuts and McDonald's to get some coffee in the morning. And this thing costs like $15, so it's probably about paid for itself, huh, Lise?
I'd say so, yeah.
We're gonna go find those falls today. Like to take a jump in the lake today. We are on the trail hiking to Cunningham Falls. This is a half-mile trail, the easiest one. Some of them are more difficult. They have one trail in this park that's 27 miles long. Beautiful park. We'll go for a swim later, but right now we're going to see the falls. So there is Cunningham Falls. About a half a mile hike in here, not a tough hike. In fact, as you can see by the crowd, quite a popular hike, but definitely worth it. But yeah, very busy, lots and lots of people here. Parking lot's full. And this is a Thursday afternoon in August, so I can imagine what it's like on a weekend. But very nice.
Robert is heading for a swim. It's about 75, I want to say now.
So we are in Cunningham Falls State Park. We just hiked up to the falls, went for a swim in the lake, which is too small to be seen on the map, but I can assure you it's there. I just got out of it. And so we're just going to check out the area around here before we head over to Baltimore tomorrow. Good morning. This is Cunningham Falls State Park in the beautiful state of Maryland. We've stayed 2 nights here, which is the longest we've stayed at any park on our trip. And we wanted to spend the 3rd night here, which I'll explain why in just a second. But so in order to stay a 3rd night, we did have to move sites. We had 1 site for 2 nights, and then for the last night we had to move. But it's a whole bunch better than starting from scratch. This went up really quick and easy. We are all set up. We got the beds all set. So now we're going to shower and head into town. And town being this time, we're going into Baltimore. Tonight we are going to Baltimore. The Baltimore baseball team is hosting the team from Boston. The same team we saw in Pittsburgh the other night. We're going to go see them tonight in Baltimore, which was sort of like the whole purpose of the whole trip. We wanted to go see our team in Pittsburgh, follow them across Pennsylvania into Maryland, and go see them in Baltimore. So we're going to stay right here. We're going to drive into Baltimore. We're going to spend the day, have a good time in there, see what's going on. We've been to Baltimore once. The only thing we ever did in Baltimore was we went to the aquarium a couple of years ago. So we won't be doing that today, and we're going to go in and see what we can find to do that's fun and interesting. And at the end of the game, we're going to come back here, probably be midnight-ish is what we're thinking. It's about an hour and 10 minutes from here to the ballpark in Baltimore that we're going to. So it should be a fun time. This has been working out wonderfully. State parks all the way. When we went to Pittsburgh a couple nights ago, we were just about an hour out of town, went in town to see a Major League Baseball game. And now we're here at Baltimore to do the same thing, about an hour and 10 minutes from downtown. It's going to be a blast. This whole trip has been a blast, and I don't expect tonight to be any different. Welcome to Baltimore, darling. So here we are in Baltimore, Maryland. Day of the game. We're here nice and early. Not because we wanted to see batting practice, but because we wanted to just check out the neighborhood a little bit. And ironically, we are parked on Portland Street. So yeah, we're just out walking around and took the camera out because we saw this really cool archway. And we're just out getting some steps, waiting for the game. We're looking for a place to park. Trying to get rid of the car right now. And I'm thinking that we should probably just turn in lot B. We can also go up to lot C further down. So this is, we need to get out this way anyway. So I just thought this was the way to go. Had a great afternoon hanging out in this neighborhood. And we're on our way into the game with a sea of orange. The Baltimore baseball team is actually pretty good this year, better than my Boston baseball team, actually, record-wise. So there's the second game of the road trip. My team won in Pittsburgh, but not so fortunate tonight in Baltimore. But we'll get them next time.
The air mattress is key.
You and I were both of different kinds of colors. I'm glad I'm not yours. Why am I feeling like I want you to be mine? And I want you to be mine.